now.
Nobody yet. We're live. We're there.
Yo.
Woo! We had some technical issues tonight getting the show together that we kind of originally intended to have. But we're gonna steamroll through some stuff anyways, and we got Mark back on the stream, of course, and then we got Layton, not Taylor.
Yeah,
Taylor.
Hey, you got it right this time.
Yeah, Layton. They went. So I guess Thursday marked 100 days since the conflict between Israel and Palestine started. So on Friday, the Party for Socialism and Liberation had a protest, and Mark and Layton actually went and covered it a little bit.
Yeah,
and it was cold as fuck, from what I understand.
Yeah, it was freezing
I
cold.
think it was like 20 degrees or something, but it felt way colder with the wind.
Yeah, and we showed up early. There was no one
awful.
there.
And
then we found out they rescheduled for Muslim prayer time, so had to come back later. But it was actually a good turnout. There was like 50 people, so we got some good footage. It was interesting.
Nice. Yeah, we're gonna look at some of those clips here in just a minute. We don't have anybody in here yet, but that's all right. We'll keep going anyways. I want to show this little KY3 clip, kind of to contextualize. This is October 10th, so it's 3 days after the conflict started. KY3 covered a protest they had in the square downtown. Actually, let's turn off this cheesy music real quick. How about that? Okay. That's better. So, and I think some of the people that they interview in this clip actually make some interesting points that I kind of want to talk about. So this is KY3's coverage right after the conflict broke out. Let me take a look at this real quick.
There is no such thing as just targeting military targets.
If one of you guys want me to pause to say something too, just
think that if
chime
you're
in.
against the state of Israel, that you're anti-Semitic in some way, and you're not.
Dozens of people with the Party for Socialism and Liberation Springfield gathered on the downtown square Monday afternoon to protest the Israel-Hamas war in Gaza. Among them, Josh and Lucy Mayfield.
For me, it is the fact that this is really a modern apartheid. The fact that we have an obligation to stop.
You see the End Capitalism shirt over here?
This looks like an ad to prevent like fetal alcohol syndrome.
This
looks awful. They all look fucking weird.
This as early as possible.
This is the second demonstration in Springfield since the conflict began.
Israel is actively taking genocidal actions towards Gaza. This is a matter of, do you oppose apartheid? Do you oppose war crimes and collective punishment? Do you think that every human being has a right to dignity? And do you believe that oppressed people have a right to fight back and to resist oppression?
For the Mayfields, the conflict is a humanitarian issue.
As Americans, we should be very conscientious of this, as we did so many crimes to our indigenous people. Why should we support a state that is committing our own crimes and our own sins a second time?
See, that's kind of what I thought was interesting about that street interview, was her just equating Hamas as essentially they're Native Americans and Israel is America and it's the oppressor. You know, it's kind of this self-hatred. It's this hatred of like Western civilization that is like influencing this kind of thought.
Yeah.
Not that you should be like pro-Israel wanting to go to war super hard, but just the fact that you're pro-Palestine and Hamas just in spite of the West, I think is interesting.
Yeah. It's all about war. I'm bad, America bad.
I say we go to war.
Yeah. The selective enforcement of all their ideas, like, you know, it's just insane. They're not going to say that, you know, the colonists or, you know, were wrong for coming over to America, but it's just, it's the same thing. It's just, I don't even know.
They would say the colonists were wrong for coming to America. I mean, they would.
Yeah,
Which is
but it's just, so the Native Americans should have defended their land. So it's like it's not right for those people to invade it, but it's okay for illegal immigration for people to just flow across the border, and it's just based off the color of people's skin. It's just that's what makes it okay.
Right. It is like a identity kind of this like Marxist lens between like the oppressed and the oppressor. Let's see the very end of this, and there's probably nothing interesting left in this little KY3 clip. And get onto our own clips here.
We feel it is very urgent to stand up alongside the millions of people around the world who are standing up right now on behalf of Palestine, on behalf of Gaza.
Yeah. So, that is the Party for Socialism and Liberation. That's the same people who organized the event that our boys here, Leighton and Mark, went to. So, let's get into one of these clips. This first clip looks to be some kind of woman speaking. Maybe you guys can give us some context for this one.
So I think she was with the Mellow Queer group for MSU, which is like some kind of LGBTQ organization, activist organization.
Mellow Queer.
She was by far the funniest speaker. We really wanted to interview her, but she kind of just disappeared when we came back outside. But
she's got here.
Yeah, she was a really passionate patriot.
All right.
Normalcy in this world now is absolutely horrible. And the fact that so many people on this campus will continue to walk every day like their lives are normal is horrendous. They can't boycott Starbucks. They can't boycott McDonald's. They can't even stop their Disney Plus subscriptions. And people are dying. And it may seem like such a small thing, but if you can't give us Starbucks, then what do you deserve in this life?
Okay, yeah, pause it. It was totally insane. Everyone was like just trying to give these emotional speeches. They kind of didn't know what they were talking about.
She was improvising.
Yeah.
That's just like the most ate up shit. Like, you can't give us. What is she? I want to hear that
She's
again.
on the verge of tears. Like, I think she was crying because she took off her glasses like later on. And
Must be in some kind of like theater class too.
Oh, definitely. She is a lesbian, probably, allegedly.
Well, she could just be an ally. You never know.
Yeah.
But if you can't give us Starbucks, then what do you deserve in this life? Yeah.
If you can't give us Starbucks, then what do you deserve in this life? What does that mean?
I think she's trying to say that they these Palestinians, they can't live because they don't get, the things that we get.
Oh, they have Starbucks in Israel. Saying Starbucks is bad? I don't understand.
They don't.
I mean, yeah, she was talking about boycotting all this stuff. It really doesn't make any sense because these people are all, end capitalism. They all have iPhones. They're talking about scrolling on TikTok. It's like they are modern people.
They look
just
like
holding her iPhone right in the video.
Like they look like if you go to a Starbucks, like it's mostly like very confused teenagers that work there. Starbucks is like so DEI friendly.
Yeah.
Like they push it really hard. So it's interesting because the point she's making is not coherent. So that's probably why I can't really wrap my head around it.
Yeah, she was talking about canceling Disney Plus. I don't know anything that Disney has done recently that's like not in support of Palestine. Maybe they're pro-Israel. I don't know. It's
just, I guess it goes to show that if you're a company and you're pandering to crazy leftists, there's not enough you can do. You're going to be cannibalized. Filthy capitalists.
I work at a place. Come to Trailer Park Coffee on Chestnut Expressway. I will make you the best coffee of your life. And I just
Wait, she worked at a Starbucks. That's what she worked at a Starbucks on Chestnut Expressway.
No,
and
she
made
works
them-
at Trailer Park Coffee, and she's gonna make you the best damn coffee you've had in your entire life.
So she's a company woman. She's like dissing Starbucks in her speech to kind of like be like, "Yo, my local coffee."
It would have been really funny if at the end she said, "By the way, this speech is sponsored by Starbucks."
This speech has been brought to you by the local Brewers Union. Let's see.
I never understood why
Yeah.
Starbucks needs a union. Like, I can understand like factory jobs and Amazon and shit, but fucking Starbucks.
Well, it's just that they tolerate it because they're such a liberal company that they have lazy employees that want to unionize and they can't do shit about it because it would look bad for them. Because that's like,
Yeah.
you know,
Like
but,
that's unheard of though. It's like, can you imagine like a bunch of McDonald's workers unionizing?
maybe they should. Yeah, we got a little longer interview. We were getting into this a little bit earlier. It's this chick's got a mask on. She's a little hard to hear, but so we'll cut in and out. And,
Yeah, 4
Cold
years
outside.
after the pandemic.
Yeah, it's definitely got to be very passionate about something if you're willing to be out here in 20-degree weather to fight for something like that.
Sorry for the low pixel rate, folks. We're doing the best we can here.
1 second.
Bye, Glenn.
You can see Leighton's a very professional interviewer.
Yeah, so I got a little bit of this too. So yeah, do you have a job? Do you what's your occupation and stuff?
I'm a student here at Missouri State, and then me and my partner, we have.
If your first answer to "Do you have a job?" is "I'm a student here," no.
business.
Yeah.
Home management.
Cool. Yeah, so what kind of hobbies you got? Got any kind of stuff that you do outside?
I'm a painter. Most of my stuff is pretty trauma-based, dealing with everything that's going on in the world right now. Yeah, I paint, I write, I like talking about the things that a lot of people avoid talking about because they're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's pretty liberal. But it's pretty typical, kind of like what you would stereotypically imagine like a protester would be like. Like she's got the mask, she's an artist, she writes, she's doing all this emotional work with her friends and the people in her life who can't control the chaos of the world. You know, she's like portraying herself as like an empath, which is pretty standard fare.
Yeah, it's definitely some really good hobbies, and I'll definitely stick to them. Yeah, so why are you out here today? What's up with the whole Palestine and stuff?
I will never support innocent people getting murdered. People in general. I don't support people getting murdered.
Yeah.
But especially innocents that the only thing that they did was be born into a body that is not white, and
The only thing they did was be born into a body that was not white. That's who she's
It's that
worried.
simple.
So the two examples we have of interviews are people that are worried about, like, they see this as an ethnic war, and they're on the side of what they perceive as the oppressed. And I don't consider is Jews white, really. I don't know, I guess.
more people should be talking about it and give a shit about it.
Yeah.
They're whiter than
Yeah,
Palestinians.
definitely.
That's true. Bye.
Intense contrast between whenever things were blowing up in Ukraine
Yeah.
and now.
She said whenever things were blowing up in Ukraine. Was she being funny? You didn't say it like that. A little
A lot
insensitive.
of people were like, stand with Ukraine. Like, that's not a bad thing, but also, like, where is that energy now? Now that it's brown people that don't look like just your fellow white person, now there's not the same energy, and that's pretty fucking disgusting, honestly.
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
It's disgusting because it's happening to brown people. If it was filthy, dirty Jews being killed, it'd be a good thing. But since it's Palestinians, it's a bad thing. I'm just trying to get in this woman's head. I'm just trying to explain what's going on in her head here. This isn't what I think, so.
You gotta play it. This is the best part.
It's-
That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's I definitely.
What? Wait, what?
Yes,
Rewind.
But also, like, where is that energy now? Now that it's brown people that don't look like just your fellow white person, now there's not the same energy, and that's pretty fucking disgusting, honestly.
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I definitely that's pretty cool. All that stuff. Yeah,
Oh, man.
it's so cool.
I bet she felt some symptoms after this.
What's the temperature of the house? Is it like what is it?
I'm not sure.
I'm sure it's really cold there, especially with all the war going on, the genocide in Palestine.
No resources, no clothing, no
Yeah.
blankets, nothing.
Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, thank you.
What does she say at the? You say, I think it's probably really cold there, especially considering the war, which makes absolutely no fucking sense. What is
Well,
she
that's the
like?
point. Is that it's like we're just trying our best to like we went in as like this independent media journalist kind of disguise, and we just kind of had to act like clueless like media journalists. They had no idea what was going on, but still wanted to support the liberal current thing.
Yeah,
And I
Mark
think,
was saying that one of the organizers was like pretty into you guys.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there was like 2 Jameses there. Those interviews are coming out real soon. Once we can get this video to play on here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's coming out real soon, I promise. I'll try to upgrade my internet connection too in the meantime.
Oh yeah, there's only so much you can do when you're in bumfuck Egypt there, buddy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're kind of on the topic of culture jamming, so I'll go ahead and we got an Alex Stein clip here, but with the world that we live in, there's so many different forms of journalism, and I feel like this is becoming more popular, and this is more of kind of what Leighton was doing with his interviews.
99 Alex Stein, and I have a little
really
presentation for you today. I have a little audio accompaniment, but I want to take a moment to think about the people of Ukraine and what they're going through. So I prepared a little song for them. Let me turn this on. I really want to try to help the people out there. Okay, guys? So let me just get it going. They call me Primetime 99 Alex Stein. Hope you guys like my flavor. Come on. Primetime 99 on the grind all the time. Go insane for Ukraine. A bullet in his brain. Always on the grind.
We're not just gonna watch the whole video. I don't want to steal Alex Stein's shit, but
Ukraine and I go insane. Put a bullet in Putin's brain. You know my bang.
it's really good. It's really good. And it's and I think part of the reason it's more popular and like valuable for journalism now is because a lot of these people you can't have good faith conversations with. So if you want to expose something, the next best thing, and sometimes the best way, is just to be more ridiculous than like the clown world agenda that these people are pushing.
Yeah, do it Borat style.
Pretty much.
That's kind of what we did with the leaders of the event when we pulled it. Like he was giving them just like bogus facts about how Middle Eastern countries like Saudi Arabia and Palestine, they support the gays, but Israel doesn't. And they just like go right along with it. It's like it just passes right through their brain, and it shows you that like there's no like threat detection going on when they think you're one of their own. There's just going to be ideas absorbed. It doesn't matter how bad they are. They're not going to question them.
It's funny, man. I can't wait to see that interview.
It's really good. I'll try my best to get it out. And
we'll get it out to you guys in the next couple of days. But we still got some stuff we want to talk about today. What's the next thing? See Stroud. Oh, well, let's just get into some culture stuff. We can kind of look at this for a second. And this is like way off topic. This is kind of like COVID related, I guess, in a way, because it's James O'Keefe confronting Mark Cuban. And I think that's it's like the first part of their conversation. Mark Cuban is trying to accuse James O'Keefe of having a bunch of information wrong when it came to COVID. And it's like, James O'Keefe, bear in mind, is the guy who got kicked out of his own company for exposing Pfizer. So I feel like he was pretty on the money if he could be weeded out of his own company by Big Pharma for exposing them. But that's just me. Maybe this video will load. Maybe not. Oh, you bitch.
Twitter.
It is an interesting thing that's what Cuban thinks he's going to bust him on right away, though. Like, because I guess that must be like the talking points in his little LA world. It's like that's still. Oh, okay. He's got the clip in here. All right.
Yeah, and Cuban's just been getting owned on Twitter all week. Like he gets ratioed every time he posts something about DEI. He wants to fight people on DEI. He has no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah, he's really. I don't guess he had that much reputation to begin with in my mind, but he was like the Shark Tank guy, right?
Yeah, Shark Tank. He goes on ESPN sometimes.
Huh.
Yeah. Hey, gotta guess. Why did you say that I edited the video? Because I'm one, but you still line out your ass about Pfizer. Said I'm there. So I said, line out your ass about Pfizer. How did I line out my ass? When you went to ATAP, was it, or whatever it was? You said Pfizer was the best company, and they were intentionally changing to trying to mutate the virus. Yeah.
Well, that's what they said.
No, he said they were meeting about. Listen, they were mutating. He said they were discussing the possibility of huge difference.
Pfizer ultimately is thinking about mutating COVID?
Well, that's not what we say to the public. No, don't tell anyone this. You gotta publish your own. You gotta publish your own. We're exploring, like, no, you know the virus keeps mutating?
Yeah.
Well, one of the things we're exploring is, like, why don't we just mutate it ourselves so we can create actively develop new vaccines, right?
So if we get a new virus right before the election, we know who to blame. And then
Disease X.
Get a little deeper into
You know
this.
we didn't say that. Yeah, but you apologize to me privately. Yeah, okay, great, because I just did 2020. Are you going to apologize publicly now? I just apologize publicly to you directly. Look at my timeline. Have you apologized? Also, will you play or we will? What? When I block you, not that shit is ridiculous. She's in every one of my friends. Every time I post anything, she posts something ridiculous.
Okay, so he blocks some Twitter person.
I know. How am I supposed to?
You're almost surprised that it doesn't happen.
Your questions? We're having a conversation. I got a conversation. We're having a conversation.
Everything after this morning has been deleted. Look, even if you go to my deleted, just go to my deleted.
Huh. Oh no. I've seen it's cool to see James O'Keefe back on the scene. I haven't seen him doing anything in quite a while.
Yeah.
I know
he just recently released another video of like an IBM CEO talking about DEI, giving bonuses if you hire more brown people, how you won't get your bonus if you hire white people. And it's just crazy.
Yeah, and that's everywhere, man. The DEI, like any company that's got stakes or wants to get like federal contracts, they go along right with that because it's incentivized. Okay, next in culture, I guess this is CJ Stroud. You want to set this up a little bit, Mark?
Well, yeah, I've just been watching like football interviews. The Texans have been doing good, but CJ Stroud's a rookie quarterback, and he's just like really cool in his post-game interviews. He's always thanking God after the games and stuff. And I just thought it was interesting how NBC edited this clip. You got to see it.
Let's check this out.
Your first NFL season and a record-setting performance. performance for you. What does this moment mean? First of all, I just want to give all glory and praise to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I mean, it's been amazing being in this city for as short as I've been with the love that I've got. I really just been doing it for music, man. People back home, I'm blessed enough to be in the position I am, and blessed enough to be playing at a high level right now. And we got to keep it going, but I'm super blessed.
Your first NFL season and a record-setting performance for you. What does this moment mean?
I mean, it's been amazing.
Wow.
They just cut out the entire first part where he thanks God. It's
Yeah.
just like, why would NBC want to do this? Just, it's kind of weird.
Welcome to the playoffs.
It's
How
so
does that sound to you?
transparent.
Man, it's a blessing.
It's way too transparent. Like it's just funny how like much news organizations toe their party line now. Like you can't even be religious if you're at NBC, I guess. Like they know they're gonna like offend their audience. I guess you could be spiritual, but to like reference Jesus Christ in particular is like a no.
Yeah, people are scared of that one.
Gonna make me hungry.
A fillet of fish over there.
Then you sent me this other clip, which is really interesting. It's from 3 days ago in Nevada, and I guess this one is a Satanist doing the speech. What's happening here? Gives Washoe County meeting opening prayer.
These are people that the council invites to opening
My
prayer.
name is Jason.
I'm sorry, they're people at what?
I think the council is inviting these people to do the opening. Like someone on the council probably knows this person and invited them, because I don't think it's just that anyone can do the opening prayer.
Right. And they're
just don't
always
get
trying
it.
to do stuff like this to appeal to like religious freedom, but it's just
Yeah.
it always looks so funny because it's America's antithetical, like Western.
Yeah, it doesn't look that bad when they're inviting like the Buddhist or, just like the weird spiritual person, but when they invite the archetype of evil.
Yeah. To initiate some kind of, it's like you pulled any kind of sanctity out of the ceremony that there even was.
Yeah.
If bureaucracy wasn't already soulless enough, you get a Satanist to come do the speech at the beginning. The prayer.
I am an organizer and founder of Reno Satanic, and I am here to give the invocation today. Let us begin. In nomine de nostris Satanis Luciferi Excelsi, in the name of the eternal rebel against tyrannical spirit of your nature of the natural world, the freedoms of thought.
The woman in the back, she's like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, I love the lady in the back.
God, what did he just say?
Yeah, the spell's
rebel.
working. You can tell the spell's working on her.
Shut her up. Let's keep going with this.
Prejudice, intellectual inquiry, economics, and social progress, to bring influence and guiding actions of nobility and justice to the decisions.
This guy's face is exactly how I feel. A disapproving scowl.
Yeah, just no.
To act with might in the undertaking of responsibility that may lay ahead of this body before us today. The new age is dawning that these decisions will play a role in. For our liberation, for here and now is our day of joy. Here and now is our opportunity. May we seize this glorious day and its enchanting night to celebrate the natural world, as we are all part of its boundless mysteries. And the spirit of the unconquerable sun, the bringer of light and knowledge, we say, Shemham Farash, hail Satan.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy.
Well, okay. Alrighty then. That's insane.
It's like, really, they're just Magic the Gathering nerds just trying to role play,
Yeah, they're like Reddit monitors that wearing fedoras. Like it's bizarre. How the hell did he get to do that? It looked like there was a lot of people there. Like, everybody there must have just been like, it's weird that you can do that. Like, I feel like in a sane world, somebody would have stood up in the middle of that and been like, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I feel like everybody would have just got upset and be like, no. But everybody's just sitting there looking at each other like, what the fuck did he just say? All right, okay, all righty then. Let's go on with the thing. Let's just endorse the literal devil here in the city of, where was that? Nevada? Well, that
Wahoo.
Wow.
Wahoo, Nevada.
That's insane. That's super insane. Man. Yeah, we got to bring it down a little bit.
Do we have any uplifting content, or is that it?
I don't know. You got any?
No,
I wonder if my stream is being like throttled this time, because I feel like we had pretty good viewership last time, but really hasn't been anybody in here this time.
And the Chiefs are playing. So.
Yeah.
Oh.
Quickly checking.
Yeah. Foolish decision. I know Grayson's not watching the Chiefs. Where are you, Grayson? We miss you. Let's see. Yeah, all I have pulled up here is the meth thing. 100 pounds of meth being intercepted on the way to Springfield, Missouri. Not really uplifting, but we can take a peek at that real quick because it's kind of interesting.
Breaking Bad IRL.
Basically. I thought it was so these 4 guys got caught up in some kind of sting in Oklahoma where they were delivering like 100 pounds of meth and some like pills that are suspected to be fentanyl in a Dodge Magnum. So it's kind of a convoluted story, but it's interesting that, you know, this amount of meth is being shipped here because, you know, we're so well known for meth that it's like, you know, it's supply and demand. So it's like they're making it somewhere else and shipping it across the country here because we got so many freaking tweakers. And then, you know, thinking about like these fentanyl pills, like they have prescription pills, it says 2 pounds of fake pills believed to contain fentanyl, which is interesting because this fentanyl is like being made in China, right? And being shipped across the southern border and then ending up in the hands of like gang members and being driven across the country to sell as like fake Vicodin or whatever.
Yeah. It's crazy. I don't know if you've ever seen All Gas, No Brakes. The guy, Andrew, the reporter, it's Channel 5 News now.
Yeah.
But he's done some good reports about like open air drug markets in Seattle and stuff where you can just get fentanyl pills for like stolen goods straight up, and how the Mexican drug cartels are creating all these huge markets, and really it's like a black market where they straight up trade fentanyl for just anything.
It's crazy. What do you got there, Mr. Layton?
What is it?
You tell me.
Oh.
What the hell is that?
You're furious over this dog. Oh no! Don't bring your furry shit into this room here.
It's from Pikmin, dude. You're Pikmin.
It's Nintendo. It's family friendly.
It's family friendly.
Nintendogs. You guys are probably real into that, huh? Nintendogs on the DS.
I never played it, but I know people who are like fucking autistically obsessed with it.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I've heard it's pretty fun. I mean,
it's basically like a Tamagotchi. You remember those?
Yeah, I used to have a Tamagotchi. Yeah, everyone had
Great.
one. But I mean, you know, I'd just say get a real fucking dog. You know, something you can hold and cherish. You know.
Mark, send us out on something that's not degeneracy, please.
Oh, I don't know. Be good, kids.
Christ is king.
Yeah. That's all we got.
Act foul, but I know that to be true. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, we'll wrap it up early. Let's get together again in a couple of days once we get this footage sorted out. And then I'm going to look into yeah, it's probably the Chiefs game. Bet you're right.
Yeah.
Go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs.
Till next time. Thank you, guys.
Well,
See you,
see ya.
see you, boys.